Have we met before?
This is the woman I was telling you about. She tricked me into proposing to her. She's a total fraud.
Me? A fraud? This must be some sort of a mistake.
This man filed a report stating that you deceived him. I need you to come down to the police station.
I didn't commit marriage fraud. I'm innocent. You seem to think that I'm a woman, but I'm a man. You've got the wrong person.
What?
Trouble Busters!
Oh, it's getting late. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon. Good night. My name is Kevin, and I'm a 23-year-old YouTuber. That's how I make my living. I'd better clean my place. I need to declutter. One day, I got the sudden urge to clean my apartment because it was a huge mess. I drove to a nearby hardware store to purchase some cleaning supplies.
Oh, there you are. I've been waiting for this moment for such a long time. I've been looking for you, and I'm not going to forgive you. Do you understand the gravity of what you've done?
I had no idea what this man was talking about. At first, I thought that he was someone who watched my YouTube videos, and he was creeping me out. May I ask what this is regarding? Actually, I'm late to a doctor's appointment. Gotta go now. I was scared by that weird incident which took place at the hardware store. I wonder who this letter is from.
Hey, Kevin. Would you be willing to join my live stream today?
I received a creepy letter in the mail today, so I don't think I'm up for a live stream today. Sorry, Helen.
What did the letter say?
It said that the sender of the letter finally found me, and that they'll never forgive me for what I did. I have no idea what they're talking about.
How creepy.
There was no stamp on the letter, and no information about the sender.
It looks like the sender came to your house and delivered the letter in person.
Has anything like this happened to either of you before?
I haven't. I'm really careful about keeping my personal life private, and I don't think any of my viewers know my home address. I only interact with my fans through my agent.
I've never received any suspicious items in the mail either. I'd be scared too if someone came to my house and put something in my mailbox for an unknown reason.
For us YouTubers, it's pretty common that our viewers determine our home address based on the content that we post.
I'm pretty sure that some of my fans know where I live. I accidentally posted a video of me, and the reflection in the mirror gave some clues as to where I was filming from.
We need to be careful.
I make sure to keep my curtains closed and don't film near mirrors.
Yes, I don't see how any of your fans would determine your location based on the videos that you post on the internet.
Well, there's a stranger out there that despises me. I don't think that you could ever do anything to another person to make them despise you. You're not like that. You're right. I can't think of anything that I've done to another person that would make them hate me so much.
If it's just that one letter, maybe you should forget about it.
I agree with Helen. Yes, I'm going to forget this ever happened. Thanks, guys. I decided not to let that creepy letter bother me anymore. But then, I received a similar letter the following day, and the sender sent me a letter every day for 7 consecutive days. Now I was concerned, and the content was always the same. On the 7th day, an invoice from a spa that I never heard of was also enclosed. I decided to go down to the police station and see if there was anything they could do to help me.
It's difficult to determine the sender based on the letters alone.
The sender is placing the letters in my mailbox in person.
You don't have any security cameras, right?
No, I don't. I live in a rundown apartment building.
I see. Then I don't think that I'll be able to help you.
I'll keep you posted.
And I'll send some officers to your neighborhood as surveillance.
I had hoped that consulting the police would better the situation, but it didn't. I continued to receive the awful letters. Who's come to see me so early in the morning? May I help you?
I found you! Officer, this is the woman that I was telling you about.
I don't understand what this is about. I may have still been asleep when you rang my doorbell.
I'm not talking about just today. You never answer your door. This isn't the first time that I came here. You sure that this is the woman you were telling me about? Yes, I'm sure. It took me a while to find her because she gave me a fake address when I asked where she lived.
This must be a misunderstanding. I have no idea what you're talking about. You seem to think that I'm a woman, but in fact, I'm a man.
The last time I saw you, I followed you here. That's why I know where you live. I've been trying to reach you, but you never answered the door. That's why I asked for the help of this police officer.
Why do you need to involve the police? What have I done?
Don't pretend to be innocent.
Huh?
You committed marriage fraud, and I reported it to the police.
Marriage fraud? That's absurd.
You can't deny what you did to me.
I think you've got the wrong person.
I'm not an idiot. It was you. I have proof if you don't believe me. Look at this chat history. This is clearly you.
The person is asking you to wire $50,000.
You lied to me and stole my hard-earned money. You can't get away with this.
As you can see from the profile picture, that woman is not me. And like I said, I'm a man.
Huh? But that profile picture is yours, right?
It's not. I look nothing like the woman in the profile picture.
So you're saying that this isn't you? The person looks like you, in my opinion.
We may look similar, but that definitely is not me.
So it is you then.
I said we have similarities, but that's not me. I have a twin sister. I'm sure that this is a photo of her and not me.
I don't believe you. You're making this up.
I can introduce you to my sister Sarah if you don't believe me.
I see. I'd like to meet her then. I won't believe it until I see her in person. I also need you to come down to the station to verify your statement. I'm not the person that you're after. Please believe me. If you're not guilty, there's no harm in answering some questions to the police station. I just want to get this over with. I'm worried that you're going to lock yourself in your apartment and confiscate valuable evidence. We can't have him doing such a thing. If you confiscate evidence or try to run, we can arrest you. Why is this happening to me? Just come down to the station. If you're innocent like you claim, it won't take long. I can't believe that I'm taking a ride in a police car. You have the wrong person. I'm telling you the truth. You say that it was your twin sister and not you. How are you going to back this up? I've never heard such a lame lie. Why are you doing this to me? Who are you? I'm not a criminal. How can you pretend that we don't know each other? Because I don't know you. You sent me a text the other day saying that you loved me. Well, that wasn't me. First you say that you're not a woman, and now you're claiming not to remember anything. What is the matter with you? You're not listening to me. All I need is for you to own up to what you did and return the money that you stole from me. I'm being framed for something that I didn't do. You don't want your subscribers to find out what kind of a person you really are. How did you know that I'm a YouTuber? You told me over chat, remember? That must be my sister Sarah. She's trying to blame me for a crime that she committed herself. Officer, she won't own up to what she did. Could you please put her in jail for a night? That might do the trick. She's pretending to be a man when she isn't. How did you follow me home the other day? I keep my personal life private for my subscribers. I saw you out in town and followed you home. It was easy because you didn't notice that I was walking a few steps behind you. Why is Sarah doing this to me? What does she have against me? I also follow your Twitter account, but my account is a private one. How did you access it? Once I was able to access your Twitter account, it was easy for me to figure out what you were up to each day. If you pay me back, I'm willing to put this past me. I also want you to pay me back for all the spa treatments you made me pay for. I've never been to a spa in my life. Wait a second, you're the one that's been sending me all those creepy letters. I only did that because you wouldn't answer your door. I can't believe that you tricked me into paying for all those spa treatments. How many times do I have to tell you that it wasn't me? You should go speak to my twin sister Sarah. You can tell from my voice that I'm a guy. Yeah, whatever. I'm sure that you can teach yourself to speak like a man if you tried. Ugh, you're so irritating. Take a look at my driver's license, then you'll see that I'm a man. You're right. It says that you're a man. See? I'm not lying. So you pretended to be a woman and seduced Ted then? The police officer is totally taking Ted's side. He thinks I'm guilty. That's not what I'm trying to say here. I'm not guilty! Could you go question my twin sister Sarah? We're identical twins, which is why you thought that we were the same person. How could you try to blame your innocent sister for this? You're a terrible brother. You haven't met her. How do you know that she's innocent? Don't you think that my explanation makes sense? So you weren't lying when you said that you have a twin sister. Do you believe me now? So it was your sister that deceived me then. Ted, what do you want to do now? Just go see my sister and you'll know what really happened. My sister is like that. She doesn't have a problem lying and deceiving others. Kevin has a point. He's a guy with a pretty face. His sister must be even more beautiful. You're right. We should go see his sister Sarah then. Or they could be in this together. True. We need you to stay here while we go see your sister. I'll let you go once your name is cleared. I knew that my sister Sarah did this. She could be evil like that. I hope that the police officer and Ted realize that I'm innocent after speaking to her. When are you going to release me? You have no hard evidence of me committing a crime. I want to go home. Well, if that chat history that Ted has on his phone is between you and him, that is the evidence that you tricked him into giving you his money. If you check my smartphone, you'll see that I don't have Ted in my list of contacts. But you could have easily deleted him from your phone and confiscated the evidence. You have it all wrong. Have you spoken to Sarah yet? No, I've been busy. Also, have you checked the bank account details where Ted sent his money to? Not yet. Even if Ted has sent the money to Sarah's bank account, you could still be in on this with her. I was going nowhere with this police officer. He didn't believe a word I told him. Why won't you believe me? I think that I need to talk to a lawyer.
My name is Melanie, and I'm going to work with Kevin as his lawyer. Kevin tells me that you've arrested him based on a chat conversation that is saved down in Ted's phone, but that's not ample evidence.
Look, lady, I know how to do my job. Kevin is the one that sent those messages to Ted and tricked him into wiring the money.
Don't you know how easy it is for anyone to create a fake online profile?
Of course I know that. I'm not an idiot.
Sarah must have created a fake online profile and pretended to be Kevin. Besides, if you look carefully, you can see that this account doesn't belong to Kevin. This is the phone of his sister Sarah.
But Ted, the victim, claims that it was Kevin that deceived him. Don't you think that is a good enough reason to arrest Kevin?
It looks like Ted sent Kevin a letter with an invoice from a spa enclosed. If you look at the invoice, it says that the invoice is for hair removal from the entire body, and also Brazilian wax.
A Brazilian wax?
Yes, it's a procedure that removes unnecessary hair from someone's private parts. I also checked the location of the spa, and it says that only female clients can use their services.
Women only?
I don't think it's possible for Kevin to be treated there, seeing that he is a man.
Ugh. But isn't there a possibility that Kevin and his sister are in this together?
I haven't spoken to my sister in years. I cut all ties with her when I was in college. I have no idea where she lives now.
If you check the contents of Kevin's phone, you'll see that he's telling us the truth.
Ugh. But they're twins. I'm sure they can find a way to get in touch with each other if they really needed to.
Why are you so adamant about blaming Kevin for this? What did he ever do to you? I want to see some real evidence. Otherwise, you have no reason to keep Kevin here.
Okay, fine. Kevin can go home.
I'll be in touch with you again.
With the help of my lawyer Melanie, I was finally released from custody. On my way home, I texted Alan and Helen to tell them what had happened to me. When I got home, I was shocked to see that someone had broken in. Couldn't believe my bad luck. Someone had trashed my place and stolen my money, and my computer was gone too. Everything that I considered valuable had been taken from me. My favorite pair of limited edition sneakers were gone too. I don't deserve this. This sucks. Why is this happening to me? What did I ever do? Someone's here. I wonder who it could be. Sarah? So you're the one that broke into my apartment.
I'm pissed off at you.
I'm not going to let you get away with this, Sarah. Not after the hell that you put me through. Troublebusters! What were you thinking?
Stop chasing me.
Hey, Kevin, where are you running off to? Did he just ignore me?
I'm sure that Kevin didn't even see us standing here.
I guess. Helen! Alan! Oh, you did see us. Did you see my sister Sarah run past you? She was the one that framed me for everything. I have to catch her before she runs away. Will you guys help me out?
I've caught her.
Thanks, Helen.
Let go of me. I'm going to scream. Kevin, call that guy Ted and the police.
I'm on it.
So you weren't lying after all.
I told you that I was innocent.
This doesn't make any sense though.
Well, this is the truth.
I want you to give back what you stole from me.
I didn't steal anything.
You did. All my stuff is missing.
I was in the neighborhood, so I paid you a visit. That's all. I didn't take anything.
You broke my front door, and you made a mess of my place. Stop making lame excuses for yourself.
I knew you were mad at me for everything that happened with Ted.
What did you do with my computer, bag, shoes, clothes, TV, and everything else? I have every right to be furious with you.
By the way, what is in that backpack of yours? Officer, please take a look inside Sarah's backpack.
All right.
As the officer opened Sarah's backpack, everything that Sarah had taken from me was inside it. But there was one item inside the bag that didn't belong to me.
That's my wallet. Give it back. Officer, take a look at what's inside the wallet before you give it back to Sarah. Stop going through my stuff.
This receipt is from that spa.
Let me see. You're right. So it was her.
What are you guys talking about? I paid for this treatment myself. I didn't do anything wrong.
Liar! I know that you don't have that kind of money to spend.
How would you know that? I had some savings, okay?
If I check your bank statements, I can prove that you paid for the spa treatment using my money. Now that we all know that I wasn't cooperating with Sarah, I'd like for you to arrest her.
Actually, now that I think of it, Ted gave me some money as a gift. He wanted me to pamper myself before we got married.
I would have let you keep the money if you were serious about marrying me. But I know that you're a fraud.
Ted, I'm not a fraud. I'm in love with you and I can't wait to get married to you.
Okay, then what did you do with the $50,000 I gave you for our wedding?
What?
I'm asking what you did with that money.
I needed cash for something else, but I will pay you back. I promise.
This is definitely marriage fraud.
She's also a thief.
And an idiot.
I'm going to arrest you for theft. And after we prove that you committed marriage fraud, you'll be charged with that crime too.
Hold on a second. I just told you that I didn't steal anything. I merely borrowed the money and item. Don't call me a thief without any solid evidence.
We all know that you did it. I mean, you broke into my apartment and took my things without my permission. Don't think for a second that you'll get away with any of this. You must have come over several times to take everything while I was in police custody.
And that's what we call theft.
You were probably going to sell my stuff for money. Am I right? I'm going to be so pissed if you've already sold some of my stuff.
I needed the money.
See? I was right.
How are we gonna return Kevin his stuff if you already sold them to someone else? Don't make any promises that you can't keep, Sarah. I told you I needed the money.
Well, make your own money. You're an adult. Don't go stealing money from others.
I'm no good at earning money on my own. That's why I borrowed money from my fiancé, Ted.
I wanted to borrow the money from someone that I could trust.
Why do you need so much money? What are you spending it on?
I've lent friends money in the past. I'm not using the money for selfish reasons, you know.
You mean past boyfriends?
Yes, how did you know? So I'm not a terrible person for borrowing money from Ted.
But the problem is the fact that you lied to Ted. That is not okay.
Well, if you had lent me the money, none of this would have happened. But you cut me out of your life and I didn't know how to get in touch with you. I didn't have any other choice.
Don't try to blame me for what happened. Take some responsibility.
Well, then it's our parents' fault. They wouldn't tell me your phone number, which is why I couldn't contact you.
They didn't give you my phone number because they were protecting me from you.
But I'm their daughter too. They shouldn't play favorites with their children.
Well, if you were more decent, then maybe they would look after you too. I'm sure that they're sick and tired of cleaning up your messes all the time.
Look, both you and Ted have money. Why not share some with me? I mean, if I had married Ted, he would have spent this much money on our wedding. And not all marriages work out. He can get over this easily. He's not strapped for cash.
I've had enough, Sarah. What about my feelings? Don't you care about me at all?
I'm sorry, but I have no feelings for you. I mean, you're not very good looking. How am I supposed to be attracted to someone like you? You should be thrilled that I even considered dating you. In a way, I deserve the money that you gave me.
You're not making any sense. You committed a crime. Officer, I'm going to sue this woman for marriage fraud. And I'm going to sue my sister for breaking into my apartment and taking all my stuff. And also the fact that she tried to frame me for marriage fraud.
If you do that to me, I'll cut you out of my life. Is that what you want?
Actually, this is exactly what I want. All you do is cause trouble for me. I want nothing to do with you.
Ted, Kevin, please listen to what I have to say. Why don't we settle this privately? We don't need to go to court. I'll return everything that I took.
You're only saying this because you know that you lose in court. I want my money back. And you need to pay me for my mental suffering. And how are you going to pay us any sort of settlement if you're in debt?
I'm sure your sister doesn't really think things through.
Kevin, I apologize for my rude behavior and blaming you for what happened. I feel terrible. It's okay. You're a victim as well. You were just eager to find the bad guy in all of this. Thank you for being so understanding, and I'm really sorry. Officer, I'll let you do your thing. Yes, okay. Is there anything that you want to say to me before you go? I'm sorry for doubting you. It's a part of my job not to be too sympathetic or gullible. That's a pretty bad excuse.
Yes, you of all people should own up to your mistake.
You shouldn't post so many videos of yourself on YouTube. That's why you're an easy target. You're not completely innocent in all this. What the hell? After everything that you put me through, you still find fault in me? Well, if you weren't so public about your life, Ted would have never doubted you.
Do you realize that Kevin was sent to prison because he didn't do your job properly? Don't you think that being biased as a police officer is a crime as well?
Lady, I'm a busy man. I have to go with a hunch at times, and like any other person, I make mistakes too. Let it go. That almost sounds like a threat. You're abusing your authority. I'm doing no such thing. I'm the officer here. You should do as I say. Now let's get this over with. I have other things to do with my time. Got it? Okay, fine. If you say so. This redhead is the only decent one here. You're taking his side? Just see how this plays out. All right. I don't have all day. Let's wrap this up. Uh-huh. Okay. Thanks for taking care of this, officer. Of course. I work for the people. After that, Sarah was taken down to the police station and charged for all her crimes. She didn't end up in jail, but she was ordered to pay a heavy fine. On top of that, she had to pay money to Ted and I for the damages caused and also pay back her debt. She had no choice but to work as a hostess in various nightclubs. This is all her fault. She thought that she could get away with living her whole life without working at all. Now she has to make up for everything by working all the time. After that, I concentrated on getting back at that police officer who didn't do his job properly. I found out later that Alan had been filming our conversation with the officer, and I was going to send a video to the head of the police department. The police officer who arrested me without doing any investigation was fired from his job. He deserved to be fired. We don't want a dishonest person like him to be working in the police department. I can't thank you enough for everything that you did to help me out. Because of what Sarah did to me, my life had been jeopardized. But with the help of my friends, I was able to get my old life back. I was able to talk about being framed for marriage fraud on my YouTube channel, and people loved my story. Now that my channel is more popular than ever, I'm able to live comfortably. With the money that I recently made, I plan to move into a nicer apartment with better security. Trouble Busters.